An interesting fix here. It's a 40-inch LED TV, and it's not powering on. You can see the standby light. It kind of flashes blinking. If you press it, if you press the power button, nothing happens. And if you take off the back, you can see the lights on the T-con board, the blue LEDs, they just flashing on and off. Now, at first inspection, looking at this power supply board, it looks like it's a bad power supply board, right? Because of those burnt marks. But that's not the case, because if I disconnect from the main logic board, this one's not going on. If you disconnect from the main logic board, immediately you'll see that the backlights are on. You can see the backlights just glowing there. So that's telling me that we do have like 100 and odd volts going to the backlight there. So this is, even though it's burnt, still okay. Now on there they also have a 13 volt. So I test that and I'm getting 13 volts. So I know that even though it's deceptive, even though that this board looks burnt, that's not the problem. So I put this back in. We had the same symptoms, so maybe it's the T-con board. So I disconnected the T-con board. These, sometimes it shorts out the panel, right? So disconnected the T-con board, and those little blue lights are still going on and off. So it's not a bad panel. So the only problem that I could figure out, it would be this. And sometimes what happens is the solder joint on the CPU gets loose. And if I press this down, let me just reconnect everything. So we'll have a try, see what happens here. So technically you should power off your TV, but we'll just reconnect everything here. Okay. So what I'm going to do is simply push down on the CPU right here, and look, the TV actually turned on. Okay, and if we flip the TV up so that we can see, okay, I'm going to hold down it, and look at that. You see it turned on, and we have a display. And then we got an HDMI signal. And so that means that just by holding the CPU down, so you can replace them. That means that this motherboard has bad connection. We can put this in the oven for 10 minutes at 200 degrees, and reflow this. Okay, because that's why it's going off. Or what you can do is look at the little sticker right here, put that in and get a replacement board. Okay, but I'm going to, since this is just a 40-inch TV, I think just getting it back up and running is what the customer wants, instead of spending like more money than this thing's worth. So let's just put this in the oven and reflow it, and we'll see if that will fix our problem. So simple fix, just a little bit of pressure there, fix the issue. right down in there. Basically, there's these little balls of solder down on the CPU, and sometimes they get loose, and that's why when I was pushing down it made a contact. So instead of heating up the whole board, I'm just going to use my heat gun right here. So I ordered a new board and I popped it in, and now connected it up, and you can see that it has solid lights now and it's turning on. So that seems to have fixed the issue. And there we go, here's the welcome screen. It's working there. There we go, and just make sure that the backlight's not set up to 100%, should be okay.